Hello once again. It's been a long time since I've done a video, but I thought why not do another one now. So this one's going to be about the newly announced Mad Max Post-Apocalypse Edition. Now, if you Google Mad Max Collector's Edition, it'll come up with a concept art, which is probably fake, but how would I know? I don't really know. But when you look at it, it has Mad Max vehicle, the Interceptor, and it has a statue of Mad Max, along with like a steel case, um, the DLC, some artwork, some bits of art cards or whatever they are. But when you go onto your local EB, like if you're in Australia, your local store would be EB Games. So if you go on there, you'll find that the Mad Max Post-Apocalypse Edition comes with the game, collector's box, Ripper DLC, exclusive steelbook, I think I've said the game, a mini license plate, and Mad Max Fury Road Blu-ray. Now, is that the most piss-poor collector's edition going, or what? If that's the best they can do, I can't wait to see what their next game's collector's edition will hold. I was more hoping for a statue or the actual vehicle, which I'm hoping this is just like a standard edition. I hope they announce another one. But if they don't, then that's just ridiculous. I mean, who would pay $130 for this? It's crap. It's absolute garbage. What else is there? Not really a lot for me to talk about. Finished Witcher 3. I've clocked in over 150 hours, I think it is. I haven't actually played it for a while. I was playing Batman Arkham Knight, and that was pretty good, except it's kind of gets repetitive, going around just killing tanks after, well, pretty much all the tanks. I think there's only 3 or 4 types of tanks. There's the big Cobra ones, which you have to fire at the back. Then you have the little standard ones that are more common. You've got the drones that fly around, and you've got the rocket propelled ones, plus the dual cannons. So that's what, 5, except the big Cobra ones don't come into the main battles, especially if you're taken into mines. Yeah, so I was actually hoping to do a unboxing of the Batmobile edition. Unfortunately, we all know how that turned out. Warner Brothers just turned around and cancelled it pretty much a few days before release. And I don't know about anyone else, but I was pretty pissed off about that. So the next one that I will be doing will be, I think the next one will be Metal Gear Solid 5. And I've asked a couple of people, should I get the Legacy Edition to play it? But one person at EB told me the games are all in different orders. Like you play 3 first, then it's Patriots or something. I haven't actually got the piece of paper with me. I actually found some comments about it, and people actually, one person actually listed the order the game's going, which for me that was pretty good. Still confusing, however, because I don't know, it's just, it doesn't make any sense, because it's, just wait, I'll go and get the paper. Okay, sorry about that. So I've got the paper. It's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, then Ground Zeroes, then Phantom Pain. Then it starts off Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, and then Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is the last one. The person who I got this down off of, whether that's the actual order, I don't know. But they say the game we want to play is split in 2 time zones. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes takes place in 1975, and it's not a full game in case you didn't know. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain takes place 9 years later. So what I'm confused about is they brought these out in order. So you've got Metal Gear 2, then you have Metal Gear Solid 2, then Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4. I'd say Peace Walker, I don't know where that one comes into it. Oh, excuse me, and then Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. So that's the confusing thing I don't understand is they've said that the stories are independent of each game, so the stories aren't connected. But it still would make a lot of sense if you're still playing the one character, but there's 2 different types of snakes. There's Solid Snake and Liquid Snake. I think another one is Naked Snake. I don't know whether that one's not. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to just get Metal Gear Solid 5 and hopefully the game will basically fill in the blanks, like in Mass Effect, how you have that starting story, how you could choose what you want, and how the story starts out. That's what I'm hoping for. If not, then oh well, doesn't matter. I'll still play it, and I'll still get it. Then the next one would be what's after? Yeah, Mad Max is coming out after Metal Gear Solid 5. Like Metal Gear Solid 5 is the 1st of September. At least that was the last release date. I don't know why they've changed it or what it will be now. But then it'll be, yeah, well, Mad Max. I was going to say Mad Max, but I ain't getting the collector's edition. Not with that load of crap. Bloody license plate, mini license plate, and the movie. No thanks. Anyway, the next one after that will probably be. What else am I getting? This one after that would be Fallout 4, I think. I haven't got my list of games, and I'm not going to get up and go and track them down. But yeah, I'll probably just do collector's editions. I'm also going to sign up with Loot Crate. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but they look like they give away some really good stuff. If you haven't checked out Loot Crate, go and look at Loot Crate, lootcrate.com. And you just, all you do is you sign up, you pick a subscription. Mine, the one I want, will be a year, and I will be paying 33 Australian each month, which isn't too bad, and they'll send me like a box of goodies, and then I can go in the draw to get a mega bundle, or mega loot crate, I think they call it. Another thing I want to talk about is World of Warcraft. The game is just so crap. And what I don't understand is why Blizzard is doing this. They've taken a game that was really good during Wrath of the Lich King, and they've just drained it of everything that's made it good. If you've recently started playing it, you may have gotten your shipyard and several boats and that. I can't do any more here. I don't know why I'm standing here. I'll go and show you the shipyards, but they've got it backwards with these ships. I think it costs you 100 oil and 50 resources to build a single ship. So when you build the ship and you want to equip it with say something that counters mines or something that counters I can't even think of the names of it. I'll show you if the guy's there. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, so you get these things and they cost 500 resources each if you want to do something different with your ship. Right, so then you go over. I can't build any more ships. I'll see if I can. Oh no, there we go. Yeah. So let's go destroyer. I'd like to build a destroyer. See? Costs you 75 oil and 25 resources. Then you go, I want to build a sub. 75 oil, 50 resources. Transport, 25, 50 oil. Battleship, 100 oil, 50 resources. You see, so they've got it backwards. The ships should cost 500 resources, and they should have more than 2 active slots, because you're going up against ships that have 3 different attacks each, plus a weather effect. Your ships can't handle it. You're only allowed to send 2 ships away on these missions. So these equipment cost 500 resources, where you're only paying 50 resources, between 25 and 50 resources for a ship. It's stupid. They've got it backwards, and this is what annoys me, is that they don't fix it. They don't change it. They're so stupid, and to me, what they're doing is they're forcing people to leave. So when the game gets less and less amount of people, they can pretty much turn around and say, well, we did the best we could, but people just weren't happy with the games we were making. So that's that. This is so annoying. You know, I mean, I've got epic ships and I can't do anything, and then I've got to get another 1400 resources. I've already cancelled my subscription. My subscription will end 6th of August. There, Thursday. Yeah. So, because I've had enough of it. I've gotten Garona, and to be honest, when I got her, I just realised how bloody useless she is. Because all my characters are 660. Okay, and I've got that much armor crap to do them. I could do all my characters up to 660. Every single one of them. I've got that much crap here to do. And getting Garona was just pointless and a waste of time. So, stupid Blizzard. And then and I've tried playing Hearthstone. I wanted to play a card game like I used to play Magic, but I ended up getting rid of all my cards, so thought I'll give Hearthstone a go. But they want me to pay to unlock the single player missions in it. Are you kidding me? Single player? That should be free. So I've got to pay $32. I don't know if that's American or Australian. I'm guessing it's American, so it'd be around $35 or $36 Australian to unlock the entire single player mission of Naxxramas, and then it'll cost me another $36 Australian to unlock the Blackrock Foundry or Blackrock crap for it. So all up, there's about $120 or $130 of single-player missions, and it's not right. It is just not right. I don't like it. 41 minutes for this crap. And this crap keeps popping up, these blockades. And see, this is the other thing. You've got to equip your ships with all these different abilities. And as I was saying, they cost 500 resources a hit. You're just not earning that much resources to just keep forking out 500, 500, 500 to keep upgrading your ships so they can do different things. This is so stupid. They should have cost 50 resources, or you could have had, instead of, when you swap them out, instead of destroying it, you actually keep them in your bags for use later on. Right? You only had to buy it once. But no, you know, Blizzard is stingy. Another thing I want to complain about is the random, where are they? I haven't even built any. The True Steel Reshapers, the random stats that you get on these different armors. Right, I went through about 20 reshapers just to get versatility and mastery on the chest plate. 20 reshapers. What, Blizzard, why don't you just let me pick what I want to put on that armor? Okay, my character is a master blacksmith. Draenor Master Blacksmith. I should be able to choose what stats I want to put on the armor. Not random, make it random every time I use a reshaper or a grinder. So damn annoying. And this raw beast hide, why not let me choose what currency I want to pay for with this, with the garrison resources? This is stupid. I don't even use raw beast hide, and yet I've got to have what, 50 of them to get 12? No, not 50. I don't know. 110, I think it is. So you've done this completely backwards with this game, and you keep hiring idiots to make expansion after expansion, and they screw it up even more. You've ruined this game, you really have. And then you expect people to go and play your stupid ass Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm, and eventually you'll screw that up as well. You'll get sick of that, and you'll screw that up, you'll twist it around that people won't even recognize it. And then you've got the hardcore fans who will sit there and defend you with a vengeance. They will hate on anyone who bashes their game, saying this game is crap, this game sucks, or voices their opinion about what's wrong with this game. I know, I've done it before on trade or on general here in the garrison, and I've had that much hate for speaking my mind. It wasn't funny. So the real fanboys are those people who don't see no wrong in what you do. They don't see any wrong in the crap you fart around with and you twist and change around. The people who are the true fans, who really enjoy Blizzard, are the ones that see what you're doing wrong with this game, and they voice their opinions. They're the real fans. They're the ones you should be tailoring this game towards. But you keep twisting it around, you keep changing it, you keep mucking around and screwing things up. You're stupid. You really are. And then you have all that stupid crap, Chris Metzen, and that other long-haired dropkick that comes out when you had that motorbike thing, and they're all like, oh, for the Horde and for the Alliance. It's like, I wish you'd show that much enthusiasm for the actual game. instead of your stupid competition garbage. You've really stuffed this game up. And this was my favourite game. You know, the one thing that I really liked doing was tanking. Going through a raid, holding the aggro, doing the best that I could. You know, everyone had to follow my lead. But then you screwed that up by making it that everyone can pull aggro. Everyone can pretty much tank. You know, you've got warlocks pulling aggro, and they've got their void walker or their bloody infernal holding aggro. Then you've got hunters jumping up and down like yo-yos, pulling aggro and then flinging it onto the tanks. I've even seen a healer run up and start pulling aggro for the tanks. It was better when it was Burning Crusade style dungeons and raids, where if someone pulled aggro, you were screwed. There was no time for you to bloody dump the threat onto the tank. You were dead. That crap killed you. Okay, and the best part about the dungeons in Burning Crusade was you had to be extremely careful what mobs you pulled. But if you pulled the wrong mob, for instance in Mechanar or the Botanica, you pull the wrong mob in that, and you'll have the whole dungeon on you. Yeah? Well, no, maybe not the whole dungeon, but you'll have maybe 3 or 4 groups. I remember there being a long passage, and there was groups of enemies pretty much opposite one another along that passage. I think that was Botanica. And if you pulled the wrong mob, then you end up pulling the whole bloody room. Yeah, but this, you've just made it stupid. Yeah. And still, you tailor this game for hardcore players with the normal raids. This is what you've done that really irritates the hell out of me. Your raids, you go into like Blackrock Foundry, Raid Finder, you got Raid Finder, normal, heroic, and mythic. Okay, and the only way you can get into normal, heroic, or mythic is if you go into your stupid pre-made groups and look for raids. I've tried that. You know, I've got 671 in gear. PvP item level. I don't wear any PvP. Oh, well, 669 must be my PvE? I don't know. I don't even do PvP on my Paladin because PvP gives me the yurts. So that's that all done. So yeah, I mean I've got a good item level, not the greatest. You know, I haven't got any mythic stuff or heroic garbage. But you've screwed that up. You know, you've just got Raid Finder, and that sucks because I would like to go in and do the normal raids. I would like to go in and do the heroics and the mythics, but I'd rather not do it by having to stand around asking 50 million different groups, hey, can I join your group? Hey, can I join your group? Hey, can I join your group? Because I've done that, and they've either just ignored me, or it's just they've cancelled it and said, oh no, we're not looking for any more people. Yet they were sitting there with their thing still going. If you're not looking for anyone, then stop it. You ruined this game. And I've said it to my parents, you know. One day, someone is going to make a game that far surpasses World of Warcraft. And one group was almost close to it. The mob behind Guild Wars 2. If they had just made it that you had a tank, a designated tank, and a designated healer, it would have been the best game ever. I would be playing that right now. But the dungeons are stupid in that. You know, no one holds threat. No one has any healing spells that are capable of keeping the group alive. I've gone in there with a mage, with my primary character, and I've gone in as fire, I've gone in as earth, and I've still managed to pull aggro off of everyone else. And I get pummeled to death straight away. I'm the first person to die. So Guild Wars 2, the mob behind Guild Wars 2, came very close for me in beating World of Warcraft, in beating Blizzard. The next one would be WildStar. I haven't really played that much now. I might get back to it. I don't know. I mean, Elder Scrolls Online has gone free to play, so I'm playing that. I still haven't even got my main character up. But yeah. And then what's Blizzard doing now? They've got their hand in first-person shooters with their game Overwatch. Oh god, that's going to be a ton of fun. That's going to be, yeah, especially with games like Call of Duty coming out this year. I think Star Wars Battlefront. I think I heard mention of another Battlefield. I could be wrong on that one. I can't remember where I heard that or even read it. Could have been Angry Joe's Hardline review. I might watch it again just to see if it is, but probably not. I don't think it is. I've got one more quest on Harrison Joe's and I still can't get it. It's so damn annoying. So I don't know what everyone else thinks of World of Warcraft now, but it has become the biggest load of garbage ever. And actually, someone made a good point a few days ago. They said that it would have been better if the garrison was set up in Azeroth and that you could expand it there, and you had portals that took you to your base of operations in Draenor, where you had portals that could take you there. I don't know why I'm sending him on there for, because he can't do squat. The 8%. Oh, that sucks. Probably didn't get that much anyway. So it's kind of lame what they've done. I can't even do that. 6%. Yeah, 84%. Okay. So now I've forgotten what I was talking about. I got lost in that. I don't know. I can't even think of what the hell I was saying. I don't know. I can't remember. I lost my train of thought. So I've got here. So I think that's what I was talking about. Going to go back to playing other games. No, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about the who could beat World of Warcraft, who could beat Blizzard, and at the moment, a lot of people could beat World of Warcraft. Could beat. I don't know why I keep saying World of Warcraft. It's Blizzard. There's a lot of companies that could beat Blizzard in the online genre because they've just screwed up World of Warcraft, and you only need to look at their numbers that they've lost. I think it was 1.7 million or something since they released Warlords of Draenor that they've lost. Yeah, so they're either incompetent and don't know what the hell they're doing, or they're doing this on purpose so people leave and they can stop this game and turn around and say, oh, we did the best we could, but no one liked it. Yeah, no one wanted to play it. We put our best effort into it. There should have been another level to these. They should have been able to go up to legendary status, you know, but that's another thing Blizzard's tight on. You know, they don't want you to advance too far in the game, because if you do, then you have nothing left to do. But they can actually make it fun instead of grinding everything away. I'm just going to go round and round in circles with this stupid game. When I was cancelling my subscription, they asked how likely am I to recommend this game. No, not recommend this game. How likely am I to return to this game? And my answer was 0, never. This is the last time that I pay any money towards World of Warcraft. I don't care what the next expansion is, which I'm going to guess will be the Return of the Burning Legion, which is what this expansion should have been. But no, they dragged it out like they do every game. Every expansion, they just drag it out. And that's what this filler was. This is what this expansion was, just a filler. So to fill the gap between expansions until they can get the Burning Legion back into it. And when are they going to start adding some new hero classes? They said that during Wrath of the Lich King. You know, the Death Knight is the first of our hero classes, and we will eventually add more as the years go on, or as the months go on. And they still haven't. You know, they could have made the monk a hero class. They could have gone in and when the next expansion comes out, they could add 2 new classes. They could add Demon Hunter and Blade Master. Okay? And they could make those 2 classes hero classes. I don't know how they would do the Demon Hunter, because hunters at the moment can already tame demons. So maybe they could be like a warlock. They have their one particular pet, or they could summon a variety of different pets. I don't know how they would do it. I really don't. Whether it be a long range class or a close range. Actually, that would be good. A close range. Yeah. Demon Hunter could be a close ranged fighter with the pet. So they get bonuses for being in the fight with their pet. Well, that would be cool. And the Blade Master. I don't know how they would do the Blade Master, because the Death Knight is like a 2-handed tank. So they could probably... I don't know how they would do it. It'd have to be DPS. Blade Master. So you could maybe have, say, dual wield. You could have a dual wield class, so they can dual wield one-handed swords. Then you can have a... Yeah, but then that'd just be a warrior, wouldn't it? Warriors like that, two-handed weapons. Two weapon style, and a 1 2-handed weapon style. And then they've got their tank specialization. Yeah, I don't know how they would do the Blade Master, because It sounded good. I mean, they could make it a cross between a warrior and a death knight. So they get like, I don't know, maybe they don't run on adrenaline, on rage. Maybe they run on discipline or something, you know, because they're a blade master. Yeah, I think they could be able to do it. It'd have to be a mixture of ranged and close range attacks for the blade master. So like they could throw their weapon at them and then run in and pick it up and wallop everything around them. I don't know how they would do it actually. New races, they could make Arakoa a race to play, a playable race. What other races are out here? See, that's the other thing. I was looking for Nessingwary in the ground. I thought, yeah, he would be here hunting all the big game. And sure enough, he's here, but he's not hunting squat. You know, and that's stupid. I can't remember where he is. I think he's over here. And he's just sitting around hunting wolves. And I thought that was bloody lame. And I can't remember where it is. But it may have actual name. I'm pretty sure there was a name. Anyway, yeah, that was kind of lame. They didn't have Nessingwary there. Hunting big game, that would have been cool. I like Nessingwary. This new area that they've added in, Tanaan Jungle, is just so stupid. All it is just a bunch of duffing dailies they've got to go in and do. And then these books, these 33 tomes of chaos, it sounds like a good amount, you know, like an easy amount to get because of the amount of bosses in there. Let me show you the bosses. Let's see, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Got 13 bosses, so if each boss drops a book, there's 13 straight up. You know. Then you come in again next week and there's another 13, so there's 26. So all you need then is 7 more and you're golden. Yeah, but I doubt it'd be that easy. I reckon only a few of these bosses will drop them every so often. You know, not every boss will have them. I'm just glad Blizzard didn't make these quests, these legendary quests, for things like Heroic and Mythic. That'd be so damn annoying. I mean, it's already annoying as it is, a stupid quest. Anyway, I think I've ranted enough. I'm going to head off. The Division looks good. That was another one I was going to do, but that'll be next year, 2016, March 2016. If you haven't checked it out, go on to EB and check out the Division's Collector's Edition. It comes with like a watch, a shoulder pouch, the season pass. I just hope it's not like Destiny. I'll keep my fingers crossed that it is not like Destiny, where they gave us half a game, but they cut it all to pieces. Gave us half a game, go on will be Halo 5 Collector's Edition. I will do Call of Duty Black Ops. A friend of mine got me that, which I'm very grateful and thankful to him for getting me that. Heroes of Might and Magic 7 I've got, so I'll do that. I don't know if they're going to bring out a Star Wars Disney Infinity 3.0 Collector's Edition, but there you have it. I'll probably do that one as well if they do. Until then, take care, and I'll probably do a few more videos during the week. See you later, guys.